Hey everybody, College Railroader here, and today we will be reviewing the HOCL First Railroad Train Pack. This is a set that has over 45 pieces of track, including 4 switch tracks, 2 lefts and 2 rights, over 20 curved tracks, over 9 straight tracks, wires, a terminal wire, bumpers, re-railers, terminal railer, you name it, it has everything in here. This is basically, the moment you get this, you probably don't need to buy any more track for the rest of your train career unless you want to expand further. On the back end, I'll show you now, it already comes with an elaborate track plan as it shows you what you can make already on here. So you can already make a perfect 4 foot by 8 foot layout just with this, which is amazing. And it also includes a DVD as well to kind of show you, like, you know, building your first railroad, what to do, how the wiring works, how to lay down track if you're not using the ballast already pre-made. So let's dig in. I'm so excited. Alrighty, so as you can see already, it's already looking aesthetically pleasing, and you can already see it comes with the black row bed instead of your traditional gray row bed. And when reading the back, it actually comes with 18-inch radius curves. So again, you need a minimum of 3 feet roughly in order to make that nice curve. Obviously though, because you have the plastic ballast on here already, you're going to need to do at least a little more than 36 inches, maybe 37, 38. That's kind of the problem that I had earlier where I had a 30-inch table and I got 15-inch radiuses, meaning it'd make a full curve with 30 inches exactly. However, because the ballast, it's a little extra space because it's talking about the rail, not the row bed included, so that's a little bit of a problem. But anyway, let's dive in. Oh, I like this. Okay, so right off the bat, we already get a little pamphlet, and Bachmann Train usually always does a nice kind of detailed instructions of what Easy Trek is, how it works, in different languages as well. What I'm more excited about though is for this little video because I've not watched it yet. So definitely we might watch that at the end. Yeah, maybe at the end we'll watch it, but I'm excited to see. Oh, come on. Oh, this is just it. Alright, I thought it would be a better cover on the back. Alright. So yeah, this is just a video. I also don't know when the year was for this video. I'm curious to see if this is outdated. I wonder if it's even going to mention like DCC stuff or any operating. So I'm very curious to see what this is. This is going to be like a fun treat at the end to watch that. So to open this up, nice plastic covering. Nice you can store everything. Oh, and there's some tape on it. Pull that out. Okay. Where to begin? I guess looking at these beauties. Ooh, okay. These are nice. Big. Very big than what I thought. As you can see, the switch track you can be used manually with a little knob over here. Or hook it up to like a little box, which I think the boxes, yeah. The boxes are right here. So you could actually hook this up. Okay, so there's 2 each one. So all you do is you flip the switch on the box, and it would do it for you electronically, which is really awesome. Very big for the track, or for the switch track itself, which makes sense. So here's all the 18-inch radius track. I just wanted to play around. Ooh, let me. Okay. I just wanted to see what the radius of this track was. I don't remember what the turnout point is. If it was a... Oh, it doesn't say what the number is. Okay. I just always compare it based off of what the radius of the curve is, because that's kind of more important. So if I cover it exactly, yeah. So this is the 18-inch radius curve, which, if I grab that out, a 9-inch, yeah. So basically these switch tracks are the 9-inch straight track with a curve, you know, already kind of built in, which that's what a switch track is. Anyway, I really just wanted to kind of prove it. So we have those. That's awesome. And we have 2 of them. So you can do so much with 2 switch tracks anyway, but to have 4 of them, 2 lefts and 2 rights, I'm going to show you. And, which is, it's amazing. It really is. The thing is though, I can barely get these out. The thing is though, when you have more switch tracks, obviously you're going to need a lot more space. That's just a given. But though, what's really cool is you can still kind of play around and have small layouts with switch tracks, whether that's like a freight yard or even some sort of staging area if you just want to hold cars or make some throughways or points. So now that I have a lot of switch tracks, I'll be making kind of videos on that too, of the different tracks and how that helps. But what's really nice is most switch tracks though can cost around $20 if you're lucky, which you won't find, $30 to $40 roughly if you want a decent switch track. The fact that we get 4 of these and for the overall price, which I believe on Amazon it's $130. I think if you go on Train World, it might be like $120 plus shipping. There's a whole bunch of different prices. I have to pay $130. But the thing is though, so if each of these costs $25 or so, roughly, that's $100 right here. And you're telling me that we're getting over 30 pieces of track with just straight tracks and bumpers and wires. It's a good bargain. It's a big investment, but it's a good bargain. Okay, so we have some more tracks. More curved tracks. I'm torn what I want to do if I want to keep the styrofoam box, because I don't like styrofoam. And then just throw all the tracks in here, or use one of my other boxes that I have. So it's a nice box to organize everything, don't get me wrong. What is, oh, okay. This is the re-railer and terminal tracks. My scissor. And so, what this is, kind of basically, like if you ever wanted to make like a railroad crossing area and you needed your figurines to walk across, you would kind of use, you know, that like cow catcher. But you know, you would need this kind of flat roadbed. But what's nice about it is, there's 2 of them, which is really cool. Well, I'm gonna have to play around with this. I don't know why there's 2 of them. But what's nice is, and if you look, yeah, little metal prongs. This one doesn't have any prongs for some reason, so I'm trying to figure out what that means. But the metal prongs, when you plug it in to like this green wire or so, or you plug this part into your transformer, that will then give your track, you know, power, which is what you need anyway to power everything. Basically, and I'm just curious to see how they interact, so I'll definitely look into that. And I guess I'll read the instructions to figure that out. It's the one problem with styrofoam. As much as I like styrofoam, it's, you know, it's compact, everything gets stuck. See, case in point. Little prying out pencil. There you go. Okay. More track. Buttons. Let's see what's over here. Oh, that's right. I forgot. It comes with. Yeah. So it comes with 2 3-inch tracks. That way, then for like the switch track, for example, if you attach it. Again, making sure your rail joiners line up, right? Perfect. You can actually still fit a straight track in here. So now it's relatively like the same. It's all about ratio with these tracks, especially with curve tracks, or if you start adding or mixing different radiuses, these little pieces can come in handy and really kind of help with your layout. Or if not, it just still gives some length to your tracks. If there's a couple of, empty spaces where you know that you can't fit a full 9-inch track, but you can definitely put in, 2 of these to make a 6-inch, go for it. To go off of that, this is nice too. The little bumper tracks. So definitely, when putting, any of the tracks on, especially for a switch track or like a freight yard, these are also super detailed. So again, the car goes and it'll stop right here. Of the train too. It's just really nice way to kind of end a track. Nice little, bookmark, which is really cool. Okay. Almost taking everything out, but I'll look it over at the end. This little piece. The hell is this? Is it a weight? I have no idea what this is. It looks like a weight. Sorry, you can tell I'm all the way in now. It's like a little weight, and then there's this little conductor guy. Oh my god, I love it, but I have no idea what this black thing is. It's supposed to be like a weight because it's heavy. I have no idea what this is, but it's so cute though. But I don't. The guy's super detailed too. He has like a little brown scarf on. Wow. Okay. It's not what I was expecting. I was expecting with another one of these plugs for the switch tracks. Okay. Last piece. It's a heavy bundle. Close this up before I show you our last piece. Okay. So there's a bag of wires. Okay, yeah, look, see, some of them already have the little pronged pieces. Some of them can't. Like all the way at the back, like that little one over here does not have one, but that one does. I imagine that's going to play along with these straight tracks to figure out how you can kind of like an interlocking wired tracks to make sure that everything can kind of connect, and all you need is just that one transformer to go. So I'll show you everything in the next shot. So this is all the tracks. This is huge. How much stuff is in here? I didn't even bother splitting up all 20, curve tracks and all 9 straight tracks to blow it up, or else it'd be all the way across my bed. This is awesome. How much stuff is here? What I realized is there's 2 different types. So the little prongs on both sides are completely different. Some have prongs. Some also have like a 2-prong. This one has like a 3-prong, but this one has so this one's different because it has 2 different prongs, but one of them, oh, where'd it go? Yeah, but this one though has a prong and then a wire. So I imagine then this one is what goes to the transformer, and the other ones just kind of interlock with each other. Because I imagine, yeah, see in here with this curve, I didn't open these yet, but if you look, there's a prong on that side and a prong on that side, meaning you can kind of string these up together to form like a nice freight yard or some sort of loading, unloading area. And so you can use that and kind of play with it. So you could have a full row of all the switch tracks, and you just have all 4 of the little switch buttons together, which is really cool. What's funny about my bed that I didn't realize is after kind of playing around with the 18-inch radius track is that that's exactly the the width of my bed. And so technically speaking, you don't have to go out of your way to buy like a table or anything. You could do it on your bed, try to make sure it's an even surface. Or, you could do it on the floor. I'm just not a track on the floor person. I know some people do it, some people don't. I just went along and bought a table. And so it's really up to your preference where you want to place your tracks. I just think it looks more pleasing to be it on the table. That way it's raised up. You can put buildings on it. As you can see, this is kind of the small one that I have right now. It's different. So it's really up to you of how you want to design your tracks. So a couple of things that I noticed when kind of reorganizing all the tracks and kind of comparing it to what I have over here. One of the things is most passenger cars can sometimes be able to get around an 18-inch radius bend. Definitely if you're working with a small confined space like I have, you're really just going to be using freight cars. Like, you really can't do anything. You can't have any long, elegant, passenger cars running around. These work just because they're so light, and they have enough turn in their wheels where they can make, an 18-inch with a slight 15 radius, but that's, yeah, look, if you can tell, I can barely even try to put it on. It's also really hard to put on anything on a curved track, but it makes it, but not the greatest. Everyone always says a 22-inch radius is usually the best for that, but now we're looking into, 22-inch by 22-inch. That's, 44 inches. That's basically 4 feet for track, which if you have 4 feet of space, do it. So right now, though, I only have 2.5 by 5 feet, and so that's not as much space I would like, considering this is all I can do. This like wedged in dog bone, so I can't even use all this track. So what I'm gonna do is get another table of a 1.5 by 5, 1.5 by 5 or 1.5 by 6. So there'll be a little extra room back there. I'll put the table behind this one. That way it's long enough, and I can make at least a 4 by 5 foot layout, which not the biggest, but it's something. Oh, another cool thing that I saw. This is the little switches for the switch tracks, and you can just kind of see like the circuit board in there, which I just thought was very cool. There's some wording on the back too. Train number, cater. I just thought it was cool. From 2013. Okay, so I believe this entire track pack was from 2013, and I know DCC was around, not as perfected as it is now. So again, I'm really excited to see this video. But if you look, you can see the different prongs. There's like a metal, there's like a silver 2-prong over here, but then this gold one almost looks like a rail joiner. So I don't know if that means that I can like join them together. The 3-prong, I would imagine, gets its power. So as you can see, I was able to connect the two. And yes, that little metal slit from here goes into that gold piece there to make that little insert. So I guess this is how you can connect multiple together under just, one wire instead of having 4 separate ones all over the place, because a lot of wiring could look very messy. Yeah, this is going to be very fun to build. I think it's time for the video. Alright, so we are about to watch the movie. Obviously, I won't be showing you all of it, because, I can't, and I don't want to get in trouble. But definitely, I might show a couple of highlights on here of what they either talked about, or maybe just a couple of pictures, and I'll kind of talk through it, because I'm very curious what happens. But it's interesting to see this greatesthobby.com on this DVD, and if I actually type that in, I have no idea where this is going to take me. Oh, this might be it. That actually might be the video. Adding scenery, a layout. Okay, so, oh wow, this is really detailed. So there's a whole bunch of stuff getting started. It's Thomas. Let's see about model basics, a free printable guide. Visit us on tour. And then our sponsored, Atlas, Bachmann, Combat, Kato, Walthers, Digitrax, Caboose Industries. Very nice. Oh, this is gonna be interesting to look at. I'm just curious what they have. Like if it's okay, how to build it, print a booklet. I mean, they have a lot of nice stuff. A table, a family model train. Interesting. Building your first railroad. Okay. Oh, so there's a lot here. Alright, so with that being said, grab some popcorn, ladies and gentlemen. Let's watch a movie. Yeah, I found out. Enter to, oh my goodness. Oh, this is 2 hours long. Oh my god, this is a big DVD. Wow. Oh, I have that building. That's funny. Lakes. Ooh, I just figured out how to make a lake, too. I have those 3 buildings. That's so funny. Oh, 4.
What does model railroading mean to you? Hi, I'm Michael Gross. Welcome to the workshop at Model Railroader magazine.
Ooh, okay. So this is really interesting, and it's a full, like, not documentary style, but this is a crazy long video. This first episode alone is 2 hours long, and that was just part 1 of everything that we saw before, so, I don't really know how I'm gonna watch this. Wow, that's so much. That's awesome. Okay, so definitely for my thoughts on this is fantastic. The only downside that I have with this is that basically you really don't get any free cars. There's no trains. You really just get a whole, I know it says track pack, but all you get is track, and that's it, which is fine. But then you have to spend a little bit more out of your pocket to actually get a set, and there are some sets that are very cheap, ranging from $80 all the way up to, you know, $200 if you want like a long train. So definitely it's worth. There's a lot of research that goes on with these trains, with this hobby as a whole. Knowing, you know, how big you want your layout to be, the track size, the scale, and that's kind of what the video was saying. It's basically a more detailed, a little outdated because it's from 2003, so everything's still correct, but you know, a little off. But you can just see there's a lot of detail and a lot of work and a lot of time that goes into these if you want to do it right and do it professionally. If you're trying to do like what I'm doing, quick, just bringing your trains to college, you know, you don't need to be as detailed, but if you still want to add your own little charm to it or be a little detailed, specified, go for it. But no, this is nice because this is really all the track that you might ever need. Just because it has all the switch tracks and all the little curve tracks and the little bumpers and the 3-inch track. So what's then good isn't if you buy the little train sets. So there's like Southern Norfolk one where it's the black and white diesel with just a simple circle, a simple, you know, 3x4, I think, a 3x4 circle, or even little things like that, or like the Great Lightning one that I reviewed, the one where you can control it from your phone, so it's Bluetooth. You know, buying that and then throwing it in with this would be awesome. So this is definitely a great enhancer to any layout because of all the tracks that it comes with. And again, you need a lot of space, but that's with any train set to begin with. Now, I don't believe that they've made these in N scale. I know this is only HO. That would be cool to see it in N scale, because again, for N scale, you only need half as much space. You know, for a 4x8, you could do something like this. If it was N scale, this would be done in like, you know, a 3x6. Like, it's just very, it's interesting, obviously, to see how the scales kind of go out with each other. But no, this was great. The video was good. I watched most of it. And I'm just not I'm not step back, but I just like they really did that they took their time to go review it, to really talk to people as if they've never really been a part of model railroading before. And they went as much talk about the bench work of like making your own table to drawing out a really detailed track plan, kind of like the picture we have here. Because if you don't have it, you're going to be stuck. It's always good to have a plan when talking about layouts. But yeah, this was really good. And so I'm very glad. I know I got my money's worth out of it, which was a little bit cheaper. But no, this was really good, so I'm very excited. Other than that, guys, that'll do it for this episode. Take care.